Hello, my beautiful souls. The Awakened Dreamer here to give you your daily tarot reading for Thursday, July 21st, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for the day for all 12 signs, so just take what resonates and, of course, leave the rest behind. Spirit's saying, but they're pretty damn accurate. And what else was I going to say? Oh, I did channel a message right before as I was preparing, cleansing my energy and whatnot. I got more than expected, okay? More than expected. So we're going to pull some Prism Oracle and see what we get. Analytics, money, staying focused is paying off. What do we have for Thursday? Okay, rejection. Rejection from the past and success. There's a focus on the fact that rejection leads to success at times, okay? What isn't meant for you won't be yours, or at least not for the long haul, okay, the long run. But I do feel like underneath it all, there's a focus on other people's anger. It could be yours from the recent past, or a little bit throughout this day, things angering you to an extent, even if you don't act upon that emotion. But I do feel like there's at least one other person in your midst who has anger issues or just isn't coping with their emotions the best. Anyways, moving right along, not something to be focused on, but it's coming out for a reason. Let's continue and pull from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. I did hear that it's a sunny day, okay? It's going to be a sunny day in more than one way. From the past to the future, let's succeed, but let's focus on the specific day and enjoy the reaping of one's rewards. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So it's a day where you're recognizing, okay, I'm going to do this. Interesting. I do feel as if it's a day where you're thinking about past rejection, when it either stemming from you or that you dealt with, right? That somebody rejecting you. It could even feel like spiritual rejection, excuse me, in one way, shape, or form from the past. I feel like in more than one way we're thinking about the loss of a situation, whether that was relationships, whether it was a living situation, jobs, stuff. It could be a multitude of things, right? In more than one form of it. But I do feel like we're thinking about how that's has led to new connections, new levels of success. For some drawn to this reading, a loss of a job or rejecting a job left you moving towards a new level of career success, whether that was a new business, a new, better fitting job. I feel like whatever you water or have been recently is paying off throughout this day. In a very passionate way, I got the word elegant. Watering what needs to grow, what needs to be developing even more so, and you're connecting with people throughout this day. You're getting your voice out there. I feel like there's a focus on things falling into place, okay, and will more so moving forward after a change. But I do feel like you're needing to recognize wholeheartedly that your creativity, your spark, your attention to detail, and your voice all play into, in whatever form that voice comes out, it all plays into you achieving the building blocks of your Ten of Pentacles lifestyle, okay? Your fortune will build to a certain extent throughout this day, but there's other building blocks being set in place when it comes to your success. I'm gonna put these here. I feel like it's a day of hard work, but it feels more balanced than you would expect. I also feel like there's a situation where you feel a bit trapped to a certain extent, but it doesn't feel horrible. A reminder throughout this specific Thursday that your world is changing. One for the top. Yeah, they want this again. Okay. You're remembering once again that things are falling into place. It feels like you could be a bit drained, but just doing what you got to do and seeing things elevate in a beautiful way. I did get kind of a floating sort of angelic vibe from that part of the image not just your legs, the whole body. Chuckles to be experienced is what I just heard. But yeah, so I got that vibe from that, and now I'm getting it from the Four of Wands, giving that sort of elevating vibe. You'll float through your obligations and see a level of success at the end of the day, and even up until that point, okay? Just try to remember your worth, okay? They're saying in this next chapter, but also just throughout this day. I do feel like there's thoughts of what you're going to leave behind, potentially even wanting to leave a situation behind for the day, okay? Even if you're reaping from it, reaping rewards, I mean. Yeah, I feel like they're thinking about the possibilities that are meant to come from leaving a situation, okay? Being watched is what I just heard, in a positive light and in a negative sense. That's coming into play throughout this day as well. Somebody you rejected is watching you. Interesting. I feel like you're seeing it easier throughout this day to bond with people who you normally would not be too fond of these days, or just it just feels like you can easily turn negatives into positives, or just forget the past throughout this day, even though certain other factors from the past are being reminded. You'll understand that more as the day goes on. You're gonna feel itchy, okay? Don't let it concern you. It's spirit. I feel like there's a focus on bugs, on the weather, on where you're about to move to. There's just a focus on change, okay? It's a Thursday where you're motivated and there's transportation taking place on your mind. Motivation will be a must, because I do feel like there's a lot to accomplish. You're leaving a vibe behind. Does that make sense? And I don't want to say you're leaving one behind as far as you're moving on to a different vibe, but potentially it feels like more so your vibration, your energy is leaving a positive effect throughout this day, okay? You help whatever situation you're wrapped up in. That's the vibe that's coming through. Mountains to overcome, but with ease you'll do just that. Being spoken through heavily. Okay, wow. Somebody expects you to do a backflip, but you're just going to achieve with ease. The Six of Wands coming out because I really feel like you are succeeding in more than one way, okay? You're victorious. You're being put on stage. People are seeing you shine, seeing you glow, and just knowing what you're doing. But I feel like there is some chaotic energy, okay? Going back to the anger card, or just in general. But I do feel like you're marching with okay, the beat of your drum is what I heard. Confidence. Ready to put your sword in something, but making the best until the best. Ready to conquer, as they just showed somebody putting a sword into a rock and then ripping it out with passion, okay? Wanting control. I just feel like it's a day of communication, of fast moving. But remember to do things at your own pace. I'm going to take these two. And I just feel like you are remembering that you are in the driver's seat, okay? You take the wheel of your own ship, as they just showed that image to me. I feel as if you're being pushed to remember that you don't have to put up with people's BS if there's any wrongdoing, treating that's been taking place, or to be expected or happens throughout this day. I feel like you're getting ready to, put on a new hat and run towards the new. You're going to find that clothing also takes a focus throughout this day. What else do we have? We have the Hanged Woman. And so I feel like there's an adjusting in perspective, or just your knowledge coming into play, hanging from the tree of your wisdom, feeling like you have to be flexible. Your adaptability coming into play, coming in handy when it comes to, they're showing me the mountains and the chariot once again. Overcoming and just getting done what you need to. But I feel like you're thinking about what needs to be cut out when it comes to work, when it comes to your career. But I feel like things are upgrading, things are taking a boost in the right direction in one way, shape, or form. The Two of Wands, because I feel like you're thinking about what you lack when it comes to connections, whether that's you're lacking a specific relationship, or level of satisfaction within a specific connection or multiple. I feel like not everybody will resonate with you throughout the day, but that's purposeful for more than one reason. Doesn't mean you won't connect with people, but you'll just feel as if you're meant to be surrounded by different types of people than you are throughout this day. Your voice is reaching heights, it's reaching people, around the world, or just of different cultures. I feel like it's a bit of a bumpy road ahead, or that you've experienced up until this point, but you can handle it, and you have very well for the most part. I just feel like you need to have patience with certain people, certain energies, especially one specific person throughout this day. You're going to find that you just remember that you're meant to succeed, okay? Your strut will impress, your strength will be visible to others, abundance will flow in, and you're meant to remember that change is a must. That keeps coming up in these daily readings. You're meant to remember that you deserve the financial rewards throughout this day and the other forms of success. Own it. It's a day of success once again. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and of course subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I will see you next time. Enjoy your Thursday. Bye.